What is going on, everyone? The Houston Texans have made a trade. They have continued to invest and prioritize the offensive line. We also hear from our rookie quarterback, CJ Stroud, on his thoughts about the Houston Texans being the only NFL team left that has a name of starting quarterback. We're going to discuss all this, but before we do, welcome everyone to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calvillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content, win, lose, or draw. So make sure you guys are following me on my Twitter, Instagram, TikTok for the latest Houston Texans news, rumors, and updates. And if you are new here to the channel, we are trying to hit 10,000 subscribers by the season. And thank y'all so much for the continued and endless support. Now let's go ahead and see what the Houston Texans have done today. Breaking news, the Houston Texans have made a trade. This is from Adam Schefter. Another Arizona trade. Earlier this morning, they traded linebacker / safety Isaiah Simmons for a 7th round pick. That was absolutely crazy. Cardinals are sending offensive tackle Josh Jones, who had 11 starts last year, to the Houston Texans per league sources. Jones is in the final year of his rookie contract. He follows that tweet up with this one. Trade compensation update. Cardinals are sending offensive tackle Josh Jones and a 7th round pick to Houston for the Texans' 5th round pick. Cardinals and Texans keep making trades. They also made the trade at the draft. The Houston Texans moved up to select Will Anderson Jr. with the 3rd overall pick. I like that Nick Caserio is continuing to work with GMs who he has history with. Does that mean he is seeking out more trades? Or the Houston Texans going to answer my prayers and go get another wide receiver? Hopefully it's Mike fucking Evans, but we have to see where that plays out. Who is Josh Jones? Some of you guys might ask. This is from Clutch City Entertainment, and they do a fantastic job covering the Texans, Rockets, and Astros. The Texans have traded for offensive tackle Josh Jones. In his 3 years in Arizona, he played 611 snaps at left tackle, 612 snaps at right guard, 242 snaps at right tackle. He graded out with a 75.8 PFF grade last season and will provide nice depth for the Texans O-line while Titus Howard is out. Josh Jones is also from Texas. He grew up in Richmond. He played college football here in the H with the University of Houston Cougars, man. The storyline of H-Town product coming back to play for the Houston Texans, it continues on with Josh Jones. I like this signing. This is pure depth. As you see right here from the tweet, he's played all over the offensive line. Is this a George Fant replacement, right? Because honestly, George Fant is too inconsistent. He had an up and down game against Miami. When I was out there at training camp, he'll have one solid play, then be put on his ass a couple of plays later by old man Jerry Hughes. I think Josh Jones brings in nice competition. He is also young. The Houston Texans have also had a tough going with injuries on the O-line this offseason. We lost Scott Quisenberry. We don't know when Charlie Heck is going to be back. So I like that general manager Nick Caserio has added to this offensive line. They continue to invest in it. And these are all the moves the Houston Texans have made for the offensive line this offseason. This is from Adam Schefter. The Houston Texans O-line moves. Extended offensive tackle Lermy Tunsil, 3 years, $75 million. Extended offensive tackle Titus Howard, 3 years, $56 million. And guard Shaq Mason, 3 years, $36 million. The only 3 players that got a 3-year deal in the offseason was left tackle Lermy Tunsil, right guard Shaq Mason, and right tackle Titus Howard. Then they traded for Josh Jones, signed offensive tackle George Fant, drafted center Juice Scruggs, who they had to trade up for. The Houston Texans are trying to build an offensive line for the future. They want to make sure rookie quarterback CJ Stroud does not get touched. And speaking of rookie quarterback CJ Stroud, he was asked on his feelings about the Houston Texans being the only team to not name a starting quarterback for week 1. I think Big Sarge asked the question. Shout out to Big Sarge Media. CJ Stroud responded, "I ain't tripping. Just do what's on my plate. I'm not worried about anybody else's plate. I got to focus on what we got going on in this locker room," Stroud said. and just getting better every day. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about competing every day and just getting better. That's not my job. My job is to go out there and play. I got fun stuff to do. A very typical answer from a rookie, professional, solid. You cannot go wrong with a comment like that. The Texans are the last team to announce their starting quarterback. And on Wednesday, Coach DeMeco Ryans declined to name the starter for Week 1 against Baltimore. Now we get a quote from DeMeco Ryans. In everybody's case, we'll see who earns what. And you'll see our starters in Baltimore. The quote finishes and it says, Ryans declared there will be a starting quarterback competition going into training camp between the 21 and 22 Texans starter Davis Mills and rookie quarterback CJ Stroud. Look, the past couple of weeks, the Houston Texans have been prioritizing CJ Stroud as QB1. That's why I'm not really worried anymore that the Houston Texans haven't named a starter against the Ravens, right? Because we've heard this phrase all throughout our lives. Actions speak louder than words. And the actions that the Houston Texans are showing that CJ Stroud is QB1. Not only has he been getting 100% of the reps, starting reps throughout training camp since the Pats came on, he started against the Patriots. He started against the Miami Dolphins. And now he is going to start this Sunday against the New Orleans Saints. Guys, the answer is right in front of our face. I think that we will hear that the Houston Texans are going to be naming rookie quarterback CJ Stroud as the starter after the game against the Saints. CJ Stroud, send us off on a high note. Give me a scoring drive, man. That will have everyone, especially my boy Kilo, feeling better about CJ Stroud, man. In my opinion, he's done everything but score. He answered this question in a very right and professional way. Shout out to the rookie. You guys let me know about the trade the Houston Texans did today. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And the thoughts about us being the team that has not named a starting quarterback for Week 1. For more Houston Texans content, feel free to come back for more. Go Texans. Y'all have a very blessed day.